this is the beginning of video 2, part 2. What we have here is Joe Schmo's Google Drive, and he has a language arts assignment to do. So he's going to go to his handouts folder, and he's going to find there that his teacher wants him to make a copy of this presentation document, and then he's just going to fill it in. So what Joe does is he simply clicks over there, and then he's going to go up along here, and he's going to click on More. And he doesn't want to rename it. He wants to make a copy. And the reason you want to make a copy is because anything that's in this handout folder, every student in the class can see it. So if you start typing on the original, well, everybody can see what you did and you don't look very smart. So don't do that. What you want to do instead is go ahead and make a copy. Now, this is in the handouts folder. Where does it need to be? Because the teacher's not going to grade the handouts folder. That's right, it needs to be moved to this turn in folder. So we're just going to click up here to the move, click on the arrow, and click on turn in folder and tell it to move. Now Google Drive again freaks out, but not everybody else can use it if you move it. Yeah, that's the point. So we just move it. Now it's no longer in the handout folder. Where did it go? That's right. It is right there. So now Joe can open it. And it takes usually a couple of seconds. What's nice though is that it's still shared with his teacher because it's in his turn-in folder, and everything he puts in that turn-in folder automatically gets shared. Yeah, nice and easy, right? Okay, now the teacher has given him instructions here. So make a copy of this document, check. Rename the document in this format, subject, experience, success, presentation. Okay, go up here, and we're going to put ELA 07, not Schmojo, and okay. All right. Now, the third step is move it to your turn-in folder. Let's just double check. Yep, it's in his turn-in folder so the teacher can grade it. All right. Now you want to create your presentation using the slides provided. The teacher has told him he cannot change the theme, layout, or font color. He's going to be using his paper copy that he made, his rough draft on paper, to create these slides. So Joe decides to start his slide, and then he and his seat partner start goofing around, and Joe decides, watch the upper right corner as Joe decides to mess around here. And Joe and his seat partner are laughing about this, thinking it's funny, blah, blah, blah. And what Joe doesn't realize is that little pink E in the upper right corner, that's his teacher. She's looking at what he's doing right now. In fact, she's on his slide. And if Joe was paying attention, he'd realize it because it shows that she's on the slide. So his teacher decides that he just needs a little reminder. So she just sends him a little note. And so Joe responds back, sorry. And then he's going to click resolve to go back to his larger screen. Okay. So Joe now realizes when the teacher says, I can see you, she's not kidding around. She can see him in real time what he is doing. And she is monitoring. She's able to monitor every single student in the class because she has multiple She has multiple documents open, and so she's just clicking through, watching them. Okay, so she really can't see him. We can't see you. So Joe decides, oops, I better fix this. And he gets rid of this one because that's not going to go well. And then Joe goes in and completes the rest of his document. He's done it all. And he follows the directions very clearly that say delete this slide before turning in your assignment. Okay, and so we're going to pretend that Joe's done everything he needs to do, blah, blah, blah. It's beautiful. Because the last thing I want to show you is how to turn in assignments digitally. Okay, so this is saving changes as it goes along, and it's in the folder, Joe Schmo's turn-in folder, but his teacher really doesn't want to have to click through every single student's folder. That's a lot of work. So Joe's going to help his teacher out by every time he is ready to turn in an assignment, he goes to a Google form. Now, the Google form can be found this URL right here. So this right here reminds him you can turn in your assignments. Okay, so he clicks on the link and then he fills in the required information. And now he's going to find the assignment. Nope, not that one. No. Ooh, can't wait to do that. All right, there it is. So he clicks on that. Now there's one more piece here. He needs to put in the web address. So he goes back to his presentation and looks up here and just clicks on it. Now there's two ways to copy this. In some of the Chromebooks, they want you to hit Control-C, which is for copy. And the control button is down in the right corner, or sorry, left corner of your keyboard. You can also, on some of the Chromebooks, they're more updated, and you can just do copy and then go back. Now to paste, you just click in that box and you either hit Control-V, V for paste. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how it is. Or you just hit right click and paste. Okay, and click out here and then just submit it. And this lets Joe know that he has turned in his form. Now let's say that Joe realizes, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to put my name on here. So he goes back in after he's turned in the assignment and puts his name. And he puts in his date. Joe does not need to resubmit this. It's the same web address, same URL, so he doesn't need to resubmit it. It automatically saves. That's the awesome part of the Google Drive. The teacher's going to get the updated version. So as long as the teacher hasn't graded it yet, Joe can quickly go in and fix whatever he needs to fix. So at this point, we have learned how to create folders, share folders, copy documents, and share documents, and also learned that the teacher can see what you're working on. And the last piece that we learned was how to use the turn-in assignment Google form.